How's it going, guys? This is Thomas Pyburn with 317 Dynamics. I'm making this opening video as a bio about myself and the company 317 Dynamics and the conception of it. Starting with myself, my name is Thomas Pyburn. I've been shooting for over 10 years. I started probably when I was 6 or 7 years old, shooting my dad's 10-22 Ruger 22 caliber rifle, and had a lot of fun with that. And I shot that for years and years. Took a little time off from the firearms realm. Started working in restaurants as a career field. That's predominantly my background. On my resumes, I've worked at a bunch of different restaurants. And then I got back into guns about 4 years ago. I noticed a lot of my friends started to get carry permits, and I started reading more about the NRA. And I got into the whole topic of gun control. I've been seeing that in the media a lot, so I it struck an interest with me, so I got involved with it. A year later, applied for my carry permit. I've had it for a couple years now. I carry a Glock 19 Generation 3 inside the waistband with a TLR1 flashlight. It's tricked out with Zev Technologies products, slider trigger, firing pin block, match grade barrel. There's another video I have that explains all of the upgrades and specs of my gun. Other guns I've owned, I've had a little bit of everything. I've had Smith & Wesson handguns, Bursa, Springfield. I even had a High Point at one point. Just pull that pin on that internet grenade and give me all the shit you want for having one. Me and a buddy got one just to break it, and it broke pretty quick. It was kind of funny. It was just a gun we got at Don's Guns just to break the damn thing. But right now, I'm a Glock guy. I've always been fascinated with them. I trust those guns more than anything. When I worked at Gander Mountain, I would honestly say 90% of my sales were Glocks. You can call me a Glock fanboy all you want, and it's because it's true, because I know that they work. Certain guns that I don't personally care for are hammer-fired guns. I like modern style striker fire firearms. I have to admit, I'll go out there and say it, anyone who really knows me knows that I'm not really a fan of 1911s. I don't care if it's a T-Sauce $400 one or a $4,000 Nighthawk one. It's just my opinion. I don't consider them fighting handguns. And I know people are going to say Special Forces guys use them. I don't give a shit. I've seen more problems and more 1911s go down on the range just from them shooting than anything else. And as James Yeager once said, a 1911 that works correctly is just as rare as a Glock that doesn't. So I'm going to end it with that. Rifles that I like, I prefer military style rifles, AR-15s, AK-47s, various 308s. I own an AR-15. It's a Delaware Arms AR with a blank upper. I'll do a review on that rifle here in the next couple days. What's cool about my AR is a buddy of mine named Mike. I'm not giving his last name out because I don't have his permission, but he's my AR builder. I got my first AR-15 from him. I traded in my old SAR-1 AK-47 Romanian build for that Smith & Wesson AR that I had, and it ran great. And he's the one who really got me into AR. So, Mike, you know who you are. This is for you. Thank you for the intro to the AR world. He built me that lower when he worked at Delaware Arms. He machined that exact lower, and I've got the serial number memorized, so it's kind of a special number to me. But like I said, I've shot other guns. I love AK-47s. I think they're phenomenal. Two things I want to get right out of the air. AR-15s are more reliable than you think, and AKs are more accurate than you think. I have personally shot AK-47s at 350 yards with red dots. It is doable. It's not the gun, it's the shooter. Now, there are some really shitty made AKs out there, like Wassers, and you want to stay away from those. But the Arsenal, the SLR 107s, those are the stuff you want to go with, or anything from Rifle Dynamics. But Getting away from my background in shooting, I started 317 Dynamics because in my local area, I noticed that there wasn't a training school for fighting handguns, or fighting firearms, I should say. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of companies that are NRA certified. I am an NRA certified instructor. I'm also a range safety officer through the NRA, and I've completed NRA basic pistol. But I've noticed that a lot of these training companies and these instructors are extremely politically correct. And I hate that shit more than anything. I don't like it when they say it's a firearm, not a gun. No, pull your damn gun. It's a gun. That's what it is. It's also a tool. I don't care which one you call it. You're gonna catch me calling it a gun more times than a tool or a firearm. To me, politically correctness, I throw that out the door. That don't mean shit to me. I try to emphasize to my students that when you carry a handgun, you have a huge responsibility. You need to not only be able to shoot well with it, but you need to be able to fight with it. And what I mean by that is you need to be able to draw that gun in a very quick manner. I can personally draw my gun from concealment in an inside the waistband holster with a flashlight in about a second and a half, maybe a little bit quicker than a second on some days, just depends on the day. But I teach people that when you carry a firearm, you need to know how to fight with it. You need to know an acronym that I use a lot. If you have to deploy your handgun, the acronym is FAST. It stands for Fight, Assess, Scan, Top Off. That is something that I'm going to cover in a later video. But what I try to teach people with handguns, ARs, AKs, 308s, bolt guns, precision shooting, whatever the firearm is, we teach you how to fight with it, how to save lives with your firearm. You're going to catch me a lot of times in classes saying, if you have to shoot the threat, you shoot until the threat goes down. If you kill that person, well then, you had to do what you had to do to stop the threat. That is your job. When you're carrying a firearm, your main job is to stop the threat by whatever means necessary. Now, there are certain ramifications that go into that, whether, I'm 6'2", 230 pounds, and if there's a 130-pound person coming at me and he doesn't have a weapon, I can't really justify using a firearm, and it's not going to look good for you in court. So that's some stuff we talk about in our classes, but the main message is if you're looking for a no bullshit firearms training company that will teach you how to fight with a handgun to save lives, your children's lives, your wife, your family, your significant other, whoever the case may be, you want to come to 317 Dynamics. We don't fuck around when we train. Some of the classes are high round counts. Some of them are 500 rounds. Some can be up to 1,000 rounds, just depending on what you want to do. One thing that is different about our courses as opposed to others is there is no time limit to the class. When you come train with me, if you take a private lesson, which I do offer, or you take one of my legitimate classes, one of my fighting handgun or fighting rifle classes, there is no time limit. We'll get there at 8 o'clock, let's just say, and the class is over when all the points are covered and you feel like you understand everything perfectly. I don't care if I'm spending the whole day there. The only thing I care about is that you understand what I'm teaching you, and I want to see that light in your head just click on when you get the message of what I'm teaching you. So that's a little bit about me and about 317 Dynamics. Like I said, if you're looking for a firearms company that is going to teach you to safely and responsibly carry, train, and fight with a handgun, and will even also help you pick out your first handgun for self-defense or for home protection, in my opinion, that should be the same gun. I believe your carry gun should be your home protection gun. One gun for everything, really, as far as a pistol goes. But That's all I got for you guys right now. We got more videos coming, hopefully in the next couple of days. Like I said, I'm going to do a review on my AR-15 and how I set that up for home protection, what guns I would use for home protection, and which guns I think really suck ass, and which ones I think you should really consider investing in. Thanks for watching. This is Thomas Pyburn with 317 Dynamics, and remember, the infidels are leading the way for the 3%ers.